Are you stuck in your business? Have you seen other coaches getting amazing results from their business and you wonder how they're doing it? Welcome to our weekly team webinar. I apologize for the technical difficulties last night, and I even recorded this entire talk last night from my car, and I suppose it disappeared into a YouTube black hole because it was uploading and then it disappeared. So I apologize. I have been working to learn a lot of new technology and formats lately, and it doesn't always work out as smoothly as I would like. So it actually kind of ties in with what I'm talking to you about tonight. We're talking about going from intention to action. Our Team Fresh and Fit, and there's some sub-team names under this, Team Living Water and Team Misfits, Team Gypsy, but our big team here is all about helping people. We are a group of encouragers. We are loving, we are kind, we are warm, we are fuzzy. And I am super guilty of holding back when it comes to just shooting straight with you and giving you the cold hard truth. And it has been brought to my attention by some of the leaders in our group that I need to change that on occasion, that you guys deserve to hear it bluntly and to hear information directly so that it's clear what you need to do and how to do it. So first, let me start by saying I love you. I want to encourage you. I want everyone in our team to feel loved on and adored and welcomed to come to this with all your weaknesses and struggles. But we can't let our own issues become excuses or barriers that literally hold us back from achieving the success that we want and desire and deserve out of this Beachbody business opportunity. So let's start with excuses. You need to know what yours are. For a long time, mine were that I was too shy to talk to people. Yes, I struggle with shyness. It's easy for me to sit here in my office where I'm alone and talk to this camera. There's no one in here. When I get around a lot of people, especially if they're new people, I can hang and I can be friendly and I can be classy and outgoing and friendly, but it drains me. I feel drained. When I'm alone or with a small group of people that I know really well, I feel fulfilled. And I thought that being an introvert and not being someone who got energy off being with a bunch of people all the time would hold me back from success with this business, but it's not true. I also thought for a long time that because my body was not perfect, that no one would follow me or relate to me until it was. I also thought that because I had failed and given up on so many other things in my life, that I would fail and give up on this too. Not true. What are your excuses? What self-imposed limitations are you putting on yourself? Nobody else's fault. They're those tapes that play inside your own head that tell you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, that you're not talented enough, whatever. You have to be real about what your excuses are. We all have crap in our lives. We all have job stress, kid stress, marital stress, financial stress, health stress, in-laws stress and family drama and stuff at work and stuff at church and too many volunteer activities and calendars that are just overflowing with too many things to do and not enough time. I get it. We all live in that. It is the sign of our times, this busyness, this rat race, this always living in this sense of desperation to get to the next thing and hurry up and do it all well and look fabulous at the same time. We all have that. You are not special. There is nothing different about any of us that will keep us from being successful with this business unless we let it. We all have to realize that we make choices day in and day out. One of the things that I have personally had to let go of is having a perfectly kept house all the time that's company ready at a moment's notice with Scentsy wax melting away that smells good and perfectly vacuumed carpets and decor, and I've had to let that go. Just let it go. and realize that I make choices. And right now, I choose to take the burden of providing for our family off my husband. I choose to try to pay down debt. I choose to try to help as many people as possible with their health and fitness. And that means sometimes the dishes sit in the sink, or a basket of clothes goes unfolded, or it's another couple of days before the carpets get vacuumed. It may mean I hire somebody on occasion to come in and do a deep cleaning. We make choices about where we want to be and what we want to be and where we want to go with this business. So write down right now your excuses. What's holding you back? Write it down. I'm not kidding. Is it that you think you don't have your spouse's support? Do you think that your personality is somehow flawed and you can't be a coach the way you see other people being a coach? Do you just have so much fear of what people think that you hesitate and you bite your tongue when you know you should speak up? Do you blame other people for not signing up with you, for not following through on their order, or clicking like or commenting and then never actually going to your website and ordering that challenge pack? Are you blaming them? Do you think there's something wrong with the people in your Facebook audience or in your town? What excuses are you making? Be real. So now let's talk about the steps to get from the good intentions that we have. Now that we've gotten the excuses out of the way and we've dealt with those, let's talk about the steps to get us from intention to action. Getting rid of those excuses is the essential foundation. Now let's talk about steps. Step 1, where are you? You have to take stock of where you are with your business right now, today. Where are you with the vital behaviors? Are you being a product of the product? I have to tell you a story. Last night, my husband and I went out to dinner, and we stopped off at Drug Emporium so I could go into Vitamins Plus and pick up some bread and a few things we needed grocery-wise. And I ran into a young girl from my hometown, and she's probably 19 or 20 maybe. And I recognized her face as familiar, but it took me a minute to place her, but she knew who I was right off the bat. Miranda! Oh my gosh. She said, wow, you look so healthy. Like, you're so beautiful, and your skin and your hair, you look so healthy. I see you on Facebook, but I'm standing here seeing you face to face. I can't even get over how healthy you look. And she said, you have 2 boys in high school, right? I said, well, one will be a junior, and my other son will be in the 8th grade. And I said, I have 2 girls also. And she said, you have 4 kids? I thought there was just 2. And she looked me up and down, and she said, you have 4 kids? And you're fit like this? What? She was just baffled. And we stood there and talked, and she shared with me how she had gained a lot of weight since high school, and she had just gotten her first apartment, and she was working this new job waitressing at a barbecue place, and just sharing her life with me because she felt like she knew me because I share my life on Facebook. More importantly, I'm a product of the product, right? I didn't have a Shakeology shaker cup in my hand. I was not wearing an Insanity t-shirt, nothing. But she looked at me and she said, you just look healthy, your skin and your eyes, and you just look so radiant. That's being a product of the product. When you drink your Shakeology every day and you eat healthy most of the time and you're working out according to your program schedule, people are going to see it in you. You're a walking billboard for our products. You don't have to say a word. This girl was like vomiting compliments about how I looked healthy. I didn't do anything special. I mean, yeah, we'd been out to dinner, so I had my hair done and makeup, but I had on a t-shirt and shorts. It wasn't anything spectacular. I wasn't dressed to impress. It was just me. It was the work of Shakeology in my skin and my hair and my eyes and eating clean and being strong and lean. She saw it. And I didn't try to sell her on a challenge pack. I just listened to her struggles and where she is in her life. And she was in a health food store. And I said, well, it looks like you're headed in the right direction. You're thinking about your health goals, and here you are in the store getting some healthy foods. And I said, let me know if you run into any snags with with your plan was to get healthy and lose weight, and I'll be happy to help you. That's all I said. So this morning, when I got up, I just messaged her and told her how wonderful it was to see her last night, and that I'm proud of her for what she's accomplished with getting an apartment, having a job, and just told her how much she blessed me to run into her. And instantly she started asking me for help. So I share that with you so that you understand the power of being a product of the product. It's not just something we say. Are you drinking your Shakeology every day, or are you making excuses? Are you pushing play on your workout every day? Of course, we're all going to miss every now and then, but are you making up for it the next day? Jessica Bryant missed several days a few weeks ago and felt so bad about it. She spent the next 3 days doubling up until she was caught up with her workout calendar. That's life. But she wasn't going to let herself not be a walking billboard for what she's doing. Are you being a product of the product? Are you out, stopping by the donut place and hopping through Sonic and McDonald's and saying, oh, well, I worked out today. It's okay. I can have this. People watch. I pulled through Sonic this week for the first time in a very long time because we were out of coffee, and I got a black coffee from Sonic. And do you know how many people texted me and messaged me and said, busted you. I saw you in the Sonic drive-thru. I'm like, where are all these people stalking my life? But they watch, and they will analyze and scrutinize, and you have to be a product of the product. It is powerful. There are people out there watching that you don't even know anything about. My husband stopped in a gas station the other day to get gas, and the gas station attendant in our little town, who neither one of us even know, said that she had been following him through me on Facebook to see if he stuck with Payo. He hasn't. He quit. Do you know what that did for him to know she was watching? So it's an extra measure of accountability as well. Be a product of the product because people are watching. They want to see if you're going to stick with it. They want to see your results. They want to see that you walk the walk and you aren't just out there blowing off at the mouth about buy this from me, go to my website. And if I had a girl recently who has jumped from It Works Wraps to being a Beachbody coach and touting Shakeology, and now she's promoting Thrive. Ain't gonna work, people. You have to be the product of the product if you're ever going to find success with this and be able to make this work. We're still taking stock here. We're talking about where you are. Second vital behavior, inviting. You can't just throw stuff out publicly on social media and expect the masses to come to you. Yes, some will. The brave will come to you and say, I'm ready for you to help me. The meek, the self-doubters, those who don't have the confidence or the courage to step out and come to you, they're the ones you have to find by going to them. How do you know who they are? They like your posts. They never comment, they never message you, but they consistently show up in your notifications as a like on your posts about motivation and fitness in your life. They're following you. They're affirming your journey by liking your posts all the time. If you message them, you're not coming at them as a salesperson. Don't feel bad. You're doing them a favor. Message them and say, hey, I've noticed that you've been liking my posts for several months now, and I just wondered if there's something about your health and fitness journey that I can help you with. That actually happened to me with one of my top coaches on my team and my cousin, Jessica Heckle. She had been liking my stuff for a long time, and I just messaged her and I said, hey, you're liking all my stuff. Are you ready to commit? And she was like, oh, yeah, I am actually. And now she hit diamond this summer, and she did lose her diamond rank. She's working to get it back, but she's only been a coach a year, and she's got a big business that she's built up. She's got amazing results from T25, and now she's pregnant with a baby that she thought she could never have. And it was all because she was following me and liking me, and I just stepped out and messaged her and said, hey, are you ready to get something going here? Are you inviting? Are you working from a contact list? I'll show you mine. Look, my notebook is right here on my desk. It's the one that I taught you about a few weeks ago on our team call. Did you take that information and do it? Here's my contact list. You can see it. I've got names. I've got at what stage of the game I'm in with them, what step we're on as far as talking about their goals. And these are the people every day when I go to work my business. This is where I go to see, who do I need to follow up with? Who do I need to check on? Who do I need to invite again who said no 6 months ago? Maybe now they're ready. Are you inviting? Are you following up consistently? If you want to go at an average pace in this business, you need to be inviting 2 to 3 people a day to join your challenge groups. You need to invite 1 or 2 people a week to join your team as a coach. And that's if you want to just go kind of at an average pace. If you want to go fast, if you've got financial deadlines that you have to meet, when I first started in this business, I was about to lose my house. Our mortgage was late. We were 3 months late. I had to try to go fast and make some money to keep from losing our house. If you have a situation like that, if you need to go fast for some reason, or if you just are a competitive driven person and that's how you're happiest, is going fast and full throttle, you need to be inviting 5 to 10 people a day to join your challenge group, and 2 to 3 people a day to join your team as a coach. That's where you make money in this business, guys, is team bonus. It's from adding people to your team. Even if they're just a discount coach on Shakeology, it adds up really fast. If you have financial goals, you've got to invite more people. Are you doing that? Take stock of yourself. Are you using the customer care notebook system that I gave you? Are you working from a contact list? Are you adding new people to that list every day? Are you doing that? Are you friending new people on Facebook? Are you using Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube? Are you finding new people out there that need a message of hope with their health? If you invite the same 200 friends that you have on Facebook for 6 months straight, they're going to tune you out and block you and get annoyed with you. You have to be expanding your audience. Are you inviting? Third vital behavior. We're still just taking stock here. Self-assessment, self-evaluation. Where are we at? Are you doing personal development? And I don't mean just picking up a book and, oh, wow, that's really good. I'm gonna highlight that and underline this. Well, that was a good book. What's next? I think I'll read this. Oh, this is really good. That's not what personal development is. Personal development is having your book that you're using, a journal to take notes and take pieces that really speak to you, that address your struggles and your weaknesses and your issues. Write them down. Hold yourself accountable. Go back through after you finish the book. What did I get from this book that now I need to work on and apply? Read through your notes. Put deadlines on your calendar to hold yourself accountable for taking care of the things that you need to apply to your life. One of the things that I learned from this book, it's the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell, was that as a leader, I was not giving you guys systems. I wasn't. I was just like throwing out encouragement and tidbits and tips, but I didn't give you guys systems, which showed that I wasn't using systems either. So I developed our customer care notebook and our coach mentorship program notebook. These are my things that I use here, guys, right here on my desk. Systems. Take personal development and apply it to your life. If you're not growing in here and in here, your business will stop growing. It's John Maxwell's Law of the Lid, which is in this book, Laws of Leadership. The organization can only grow to the level of the leader and no higher. No higher. So if you are stuck in fear of rejection and criticism, fear of failing, making excuses, if you're stuck right there, that's as far as your business will ever go. You won't attract people to join your team that are go-getters, that are driven, that want to run with this. You won't attract them to you or to your team because you're not being that person. Personal development is where you change the stories in your head to stories of positivity, of never giving up, of dreaming big, of living more life. I don't just throw these hashtags out there on Facebook for fun. They are real and they mean something to my life and to your life. Are you doing personal development? take stock. For me, personal development was the game changer in my business. I put it off and fought it for so long. I said, I have a master's degree in English and philosophy and political theory. I am very accomplished. I am very driven. I am a high achiever. I was top of my class. I was the dogwood queen. I would tell myself these things. I don't need that. That's for other people that don't have education or a good family background or aren't smart. I lied to myself, but when I picked up The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, it's still sitting over here on my desk, and started reading, I realized that I had work to do. And that's when my business started to grow. That's when Brandy joined my team, who is now my top coach. Her team produces more volume than my entire other team, the rest of the people on my team combined. She has brought so much to my life and my business, and Brandy in turn attracts people just like her who are driven and hard workers and passionate and believe in promoting divine health because of Brandy's example. So when you grow, you will attract higher and higher quality of people to your life and to your team and to yourself. And that's how your business grows. Honest to God, that's how your business grows. So I hope you've been able to take stock now of where you are. Be honest, be real, okay? Step 2 is determining where you want to be. Set goals. If you don't know where you're going, you can't plan a way to get there. Can you imagine taking a vacation and say, okay, everybody, pack your bags. We're leaving to go on vacation. How would you know what to put in the suitcase if you don't know where you're going? If you're going to Canada, your contents of your bag would be very different than if you're going to Mexico. If you don't have a plan for where you're going, how do you know what you need to get there? How do you know what to pack? How do you know what to do? You've got to set goals, firm, strong goals. What do you want from this? Why are you here? Are you here because you have a passion to help people? How are you going to do that? What's your goal? How many people are you going to help this year? How many people are you going to help this month? How many people do you want to help today? Write those numbers down. Do you have financial goals? Do you have personal fulfillment of a certain rank that you want to achieve? And that can be financial too. At 2-star, you start earning quarterly bonus, which is 0.5% of the entire company's volume for a quarter. At 5-star, you get another 0.5%. At 10-star, another 0.5%. At 15-star, another 0.5%. Guys, I have seen 15-star diamond quarterly bonuses upwards of $45,000. That's more than some of you make an entire year. Our 15-star diamonds are getting paid that quarterly. Quarterly. No, this is not all about money, but let's face it, money makes life easier. Money makes it easier for us to not be in debt, to be free from debt. The Bible tells us not to owe money to a debtor, and having extra income can help us get out of debt. We can expose our children to culture and travel and experiences that they would otherwise be denied. We can be generous and help other people who are in need and struggling. Do you have a fitness goal? Is your goal to be in a bodybuilding competition? Is your dream to run one of those Spartan races where you do the obstacles? What is your goal? What do you want to do? There's no wrong answer to that. What is your dream? What do you want out of this? What do you want out of this? Set your goals and write them down right now. Take a minute and set down on that paper what your goals are. List them out. You can pause this video if you need some more time to write down your goals. Step 3 is to determine how to get there and a time frame. Get out your calendar. You know, I do this with people with their weight loss goals. I had a lady I was working with recently who wanted to lose 60 pounds by February something because there's a wedding that she would be attending of a family member, people she hadn't seen in a long time, and she wanted to be able to go and feel comfortable in a beautiful dress and be proud of herself to see family members and perhaps inspire some of them who are having some health problems to get started on their health journey too. And you know what we did? We counted up how many weeks that was, and we divided that 60 pounds by those many weeks, and we got it down to where she only needed to lose 2 to 3 pounds a week to meet her goal. And all of a sudden, she's like, wow, that's doable. When I think about the 60 pounds, it feels overwhelming. I can never lose that much. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be 60 pounds thinner. But when you reverse engineer that and you break it down to this week and today, that's half a pound a day. You got this? That's easy. All of a sudden, it becomes a little daily goal that is conquerable. And you can measure it. You can get on the scales every day. Okay, did I lose my half pound today? Nope. I gained a half pound. Tomorrow I gotta lose a full pound. How do I need to adjust my calories and my workouts and my water to make that happen every day? You can check your progress. Our business is no different. It is no different. If you want to achieve diamond rank, certain things you got to do each day to get there. Jennifer Allen stayed up late last night working out a plan. This morning I get up and see she has posted in her team page a plan to get herself to diamond by the end of the month and the rest of her coaches within 3 months' time. And she has a plan and she's implementing it, and she shared it with them, and she said, who's with me? Here's what we're doing. Can't wait to share with you my plan. If you don't know where you're going and how to get there, you will never be successful. Never. It's like those people who say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. And then they kind of look around and go, okay, all right, so I'm going to start next Monday. Next Monday, I'm going to start losing 20 pounds. Next Monday rolls around. Well, got a lot going on this week. I'm going to start next Monday. Next Monday, 20 pounds. And before they know it, years have passed by, and not only do they have that 20 pounds to lose, but there's another 30 on top of it, and it's turned into 50 because they never took action on their intention. They never came up with a pathway to get there. They never broke it down into daily measurable actions to get where they wanted to be. It's the same thing with your business. So what do you do to get where you want to be in this business? You get with your sponsor coach and you make sure you've done the 7-day quick start. It doesn't matter if you've been a coach for a year. If you've never done the 7-day quick start, go do it. Secondly, get in a fast track to Emerald group or a Coach Basics group. If your sponsor coach isn't running one, or the timing of the certain time period in the month isn't right for you to start one, go into your Coach Online office and do the Coach Training Academy on your own. It's the same content. Work through it at your pace on your own. Everything you need is in that back office. Engage in our team page. Ask questions. Don't sit back and wait for someone to come to you and take care of you. You assert yourself. This is your business. The sooner that you can learn enough to be independent of your sponsor coach, the more successful you will be. You don't need to rely on your upline. Yes, we have an amazing team, and we blend together multiple people's talents and gifts and knowledge, and we share and we take care of each other, and we offer you guys amazing things. But if you don't use those to learn and grow and pass it on and teach others, you're not going to get anywhere in this business. You can't rely on your upline. You can't scoot in on his or her coattails and just ride in on their success. It doesn't work that way. You are the owner and CEO of your business, and you have to engage in the trainings, the resources in your Coach Online office. You have to get on the national wake up call every Monday. You have to go to Super Saturday or Super Sunday. You got to find a way to get to Summit. There's a training this Sunday in Dallas, amazing training with a lot of our top leaders from the entire company are going to be in Dallas, Texas, and a lot of us are going. Are you going? Yeah, I have to make sacrifices with childcare and missing church, which I hate, to get there. But it's important to me to walk the walk and be a strong leader for you. And I have goals to help you guys be successful. So I'm going to go and I'm going to keep learning and getting in on these trainings and hanging out with my coaches that are going to give them my time and my attention to nurture them and help them grow, because that is in my plan of getting where I need to be with this business. If your goal is to be diamond, are you engaging in our Race to Diamond group? Are you posting in there? Are you asking questions? Are you sharing things that are working for you with your team? Are you asking Brandy how she's turning out so many new Emerald coaches left and right to advance her business? Are you talking to Jennifer Allen, who is about to go diamond any second now? Are you talking to Tamara Kite and Jessica Heckel about going diamond this year and why they lost it and why they're having to work hard to get it back so that you can learn how to prevent that from happening to you? It happened to me for 6 months. I went back and forth from diamond for 6 months. Are you asking questions? Are you engaging? Are you using the resources in front of you? Do you know where you're going and how to get there and a deadline and a date to work from? The beautiful thing about Beachbody Business is that you design your life and you have freedom. But the things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. And you do have freedom, which means you can get very carried away in, just doing your daily thing and thinking, well, I hope my coaches produce a lot this week and give me a big old check. And you could ride out that way for a little while, but eventually, if you stop being a leader, you stop caring about your coaches, and you stop leading them and directing them and guiding them and helping them, you're going to fizzle out. There's a coach in our upline who I'm thinking of who, she aims for just Success Club 5 every month. There's no activity on her team page. She rarely offers calls or webinars or trainings, and yet she's making decent money. And yet, because of the lack of leadership, people are starting to lose respect for her and are kind of branching out on their own and doing their own thing. You can't just get by. You can't just do the minimum. You have the freedom to design your life and just know that it's easy to do all these things I've talked to you about in this video. It's so easy to do them, which makes it easy not to do them. And that's where it's the difference between success and stalling out and getting frustrated and losing traction. If you do all of these activities for a few months, you're all in this frenzy of success, and you're getting all these people signed up, and your challenge groups are growing, and your team is growing, and then you go, oh my gosh, this big thing just happened in my life, and I can't handle it, and I just have to step back for a while, and which is fine. It's going to happen sometimes. That's life. But when you come back, you're going to have to go backtrack and undo the damage of the loss of consistency and the loss of being a foundation other people could depend on. You have to go back and kind of undo that and redeem yourself and then start building again. So you just have to know that that's the reality of this business. The last few things that I want to share with you, step 4, is don't leave it on paper. It's real easy to take notes during these calls. I've got notebook after notebook full of notes from calls, and that's where it stayed. That's where it stayed. I never went back and followed through. And this year for me has been all about filling in the gaps. I realized as a leader at Summit that I had let you guys down in a lot of ways, and I am dedicated to fixing that and filling in the gaps. So don't let this just stay on your paper. Don't let it sit there as ink on a page. Apply it. Apply it. Your life is worth it. The opportunities with this business are amazing. You guys, there's a free trip that you can earn to Cancun next March. I've already earned it for myself and through my husband's account, and we've got $1,000 worth of spending money on my account, and I'm working on getting the spending money on his. Not only do you get to go there for free, Beachbody gives you cash to put towards your airplane tickets or your meals while you're there. It's completely limitless what you can do with this business. There's success stories in your Coach Online office. Go back in there and look at the coach success stories. Learn about what people are doing, what they're overcoming, what they're achieving with this opportunity, and don't leave your goals on that paper. That is the difference between having good intentions, being a great note taker, but never taking action. The magic is personal development. That is step 5. Your business will only grow as much as you grow. And I know I went into this earlier on step 1 with taking stock of where you are. And we talked about those 3 vital behaviors, and I went over the importance of personal development. But I have to tell you again that that is the difference maker in your business. You cannot succeed in this endeavor without growing. So what all is personal development? It's books. Okay? I have dozens of them. It's books. In your Coach Online office, if you go over to the far right-hand side of your screen, there's a tab that says Success. Part of what your $15 a month business fee covers is a subscription to Darren Hardy's Success Magazine. There are audios in there from people like Jim Rohn and John Maxwell. There are videos in there you can watch from Les Brown and amazing motivational speakers. There are articles in there you can read. There are quotes. There are recommendations for books. There's even a Team Beachbody section where you can go in there and listen to all of the past national wake-up calls. Find out where your gaps are. What are you weak in? What do you need to work on? What's your big struggle? What do you need to overcome? For me right now, it's leadership. Everything I read is on leadership. Something else I'm reading is on changing the narratives in my mind. The Good and Beautiful God. I'm reading that also because I have a lot of negative narratives that play in my mind that hold me back. And I'm working on that. What do you need to work on? Go do it. Listen to it in the car while you drive. Order Chalene Johnson's Car Smart series. You can download it on your mobile device and listen to it while you drive. You can listen to it while you do laundry, while you take a shower. I do a lot of personal development while I'm in the shower. I plug in my iPhone to a docking station and I listen while I'm in the shower. I listen to Car Smart while I'm cleaning house. Do personal development. It is the key to you growing. Your business will not grow without it. People will not be attracted to you as a growing, dynamic, interesting, inviting, warm person if you're not growing. When you grow, you become magnetic. People they don't even know why, but they just want to be around you because you're doing things and you're growing. And when you fill yourself up with value through personal development and prayer time and a relationship with the Lord and devotionals, you can't help but pour out into other people. When your cup is full, it spills over. People want to be a part of that, and that's what personal development does for you. Your final and sixth step is to commit everything to the Lord. Everything. We are nothing without Him. In this book right here, I was just reading last night that our will has no power. Our will is, am I going to wear the blue shirt or the red shirt? It's our ability to make a decision or to choose, but our will has no power. You cannot be successful in this business if you depend sheerly on willpower. Anything that we ever do that's good or worthy or meaningful in this life is through the influence of the Holy Spirit. That's the simple truth. It's the simple truth. Whether you know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior yet, any inclination that you have to be generous, to do good, to be kind, to be forgiving, to be loving, to be selfless, those are fruits of the Spirit. The only way that we have the ability to exhibit any of those is through the work of the Holy Spirit nudging us to know Jesus Christ as our Savior and God as our Father. And yes, this is a call about growing our business, but I will be the first to tell you that there have been times in my life when I have pushed the Lord away and I've rejected what He wanted me to do, and I have tried to do things in my own way and in my own will. And not only did I fail miserably, but I felt like crap doing it. The reason I'm stuck with this Beachbody business is because time and time again, He has blessed me with just what I needed to reach somebody else. And when they come back and say, you made a difference in my life, I feel like that's a little pat on the back from God saying, you obeyed, you've done what I called you to do. You've reached out and you helped somebody. Good job. Now do it again. And do it again. And do it again. And I'm not saying the only way to do that is through Beachbody. Lord knows that's not the truth. I do it with my children and my family and outside of my business all the time. But it just so happens that this is a beautiful and wonderful platform to truly make a difference in people's lives and be compensated for it in return. I hope that these 6 steps have helped you tonight to really get real with yourself and understand what it means to go from having good intentions, thinking all of this is a great idea and wanting to be in this team to connect and relate with other people, just like you, to walk across that bridge to action. That is where real difference and real change happens for you in your ability to help other people and to change your life and to achieve success. Take stock of where you are. Get rid of your excuses. Set goals. Design a plan to get there and ask help from your sponsor coach and your team on how to get where you want to be. And then when you are given that plan and that path to walk, walk it. Don't leave it all on paper. The magic is personal development, and you have to commit it all to the Lord. And lastly, I'll leave you with this. There's no one right way to do this. As unique as we all are, there are unique pathways to reach people through your Beachbody business. One of my favorite things that Jimmy Hayes Nelson says is learn what to do it, and then tweak it. If it didn't work the first time you did it, or didn't work quite as well as you wanted it to, tweak it and then do it again. That's what I'm doing with these YouTube broadcasts. I'm trying to figure it out, and how to learn how to add a host where you can hear from someone else besides just me on here. And I failed at that the other night and I had to jump on conference call instead so you guys could hear Jennifer Allen's voice and have her share with you. I'm having to learn it and do it and tweak it. And that's what I want you to do. Don't be scared of failing. Don't be scared of letting people down, because if you never try, you're letting yourself down. And that's the worst thing ever. I have made a promise to myself to keep our videos and calls under 45 minutes, and we're now at the 41-minute mark. So I'm going to cap this off. I would love to hear, no, not I would love to hear. You're going to do this. In a comment to this video, I want to hear you admit to at least one excuse you've been giving, at least one excuse. I want to hear where you currently are, where you took stock, maybe where you're not measuring up on the 3 vital behaviors. I want to hear about your goal, your pathway to get there, a date. I want to hear your response to the things that I've gone over with you in this call. And we're going to hold each other accountable as a team. We're going to start running our team like a business challenge group, just like we do our Fast Track to Emerald training. Because what happens historically is we get people to emeralds and we kind of go, okay, now go and become a diamond. Good luck with go. Okay. No, we've got to hold each other accountable to take action on these things, and we can do that together. It's not all on you to do this by yourself. So give me some comments on this video with what you took down on your notes, and be sure you tag your downline coaches and make sure that they listen to this. And this will be something that you'll want to keep and pass on to new members of your team in future training groups that you offer, because this really is all there is to it. Be a product of the product, invite like crazy, and do personal development. And if you follow those 3 simple steps without excuses and with daily action, you will be a tremendous and amazing success, and you will achieve your goals. I love you guys. I'm honored to be on this journey with you, and I really look forward to seeing all of your comments to this training.